computer.
This is 2K Sports. I'm Ernie Johnson.
Ernie Johnson.
We're joined by the legends,
Look at Shaq
and Kenny the Jet Smith.
and Kenny.
Tonight's broadcast will feature
No interaction. They just sitting there looking like stuck dummies.
And for Los Angeles, they struggled in this matchup last season. Only one win for them through 4 games. They'd like to make a statement tonight. It is clear now that the Lakers are going to have to start the rebuilding process. Some nice players to build around already. But how long do you think it'll be, Kenny?
Put old Zachary in there. Come on, man. We don't want to see all that. This ain't my country.
Downtown Los Angeles, California. It's the home of the Lakers. We're broadcasting live today for 2K Sports. For the Denver Nuggets, they come into tonight's game after the loss to the Oklahoma City Thunder.
It wasn't just about the bad shooting. It was really more so about the bad...
Dropping them with D'Angelo.
Execute well. The screens weren't there. The spacing was poor, and thusly the defeat.
Well, you laid out a couple of the details that lead to good offense, or bad if you don't execute them.
That was bad defense.
Just a byproduct of not screening well and not moving the ball or players well. They didn't execute anything on the offensive end.
Now let's take a look at Denver's opening lineup. Gallinari sits outside at 3 with Farid at 4. Bill Barton is out there with Moutier.
Well, somehow the Lakers managed to avoid ending up in last place in the West last season. Still, it's a far, far cry from the Lakers teams of the past. Only 21 wins for them on the season.
Shot is no good, and the Lakers will go the other way with it. They want to keep it rolling here following the win against Dallas.
Yeah, and in that game, we saw a lot of sloppy plays from the opposing offense. They coughed the ball up, a lot of unforced turnovers.
And that did make things relatively easy for him. You know, it's nice to get a win and not have to work too hard for it.
Here's Barton after the basket by Los Angeles. Just over a minute played here in this one.
I didn't even see him sitting there in the center field.
Guys are looking for a spark here.
Yeah, I mean, a cold stretch offensively, they desperately need a basket.
A floater, and the layup is up and in. Barton's got his first points of the game. And for the Lakers against the rest of the West last year, they only went 9-43, Greg, in their own conference matches.
Yeah, and never a good sign when less than half of your wins come against your own conference. The Lakers know they have a long road ahead of them to get back to their years of Western Conference dominance.
And so here's Denver. After Larry Nance getting his 3 to go. And it's Gallinari missing.
And listen, sometimes even the best of us are going to miss the easiest of opportunities. And that's going to increase the field goal percentage even more. They are a huge edge in that category.
And that's because they've been playing smart basketball. I mean, they've been very patient offensively, and their shot selection has been superb.
Here's Barton. Lynn with the steal.
Oh, no.
And he can't extend the lead to double digits.
I'm not even going to comment on that.
Neither am I. I mean, if you're going to attempt a buzzer beater,
I didn't try to do that now.
Make sure there's actually a buzzer to beat.
And Russell ready to go on the assist from Young. 7 points for D'Angelo Russell.
Excellent ball movement there, guys.
And that's key to this run. Passing it with purpose. The D hasn't been able to keep up.
Let's go Lakers. Boat.
To take their first time out here. Well, I think Doris Burke has something for us right now. Doris?
Hey guys, a bit ago, Mike Malone and I were able to chat. With this being their first meeting of the year, he stressed to his team to rely on their instincts on the offensive end, saying, "We do a good job of finding soft spots in defenses and not forcing anything. As long as we can continue doing will be in good shape. We'll see if that holds true, guys.
Doris, thanks. Guys, shooting is a chief concern for them.
And if that is the focus, then their ball movement is going to have to be sharp today.
It's very rare that you see a team shoot the ball well without moving it well. And that's the hidden message when the coach talks about their shooting.
And he gets it to go. Russell's got 9. And a look at how the hustle game has been going for the Lakers.
Well, I think the defensive aggressiveness on display here has caught him off guard, playing airtight defense and coming up with the steals.
And also, how about the fact defensively they're getting that backboard and getting out in transition, especially in this first half.
Well, perhaps one of the most intriguing draft picks of this past summer, Emmanuel Mudiay, can be a game-changing player. Was going to play, Clark, as you recall, at SMU for Larry Brown.
He sure was, and went overseas instead, so we don't know a ton about him other than his reputation is sterling. Now we'll see if he can live up to it.
There's the lob to the hoop, and the jam by Larry Nance.
Couldn't have dreamed of a much better start here than they've had today.
I think the offensive game plan they came in with was right on point. It's worked perfectly, and the lead they already have is proof in the pudding.
Here's Mudiay. Larry Nance making his last shot. Gallinari passes to Mudiay, and he converts the layup.
And how about Mudiay, guys? He has a very interesting upbringing. Born in the Congo, grew up in Texas, then spent last season in China. Already a very well-traveled young man for a player of his age.
And it's the Nuggets with the ball after Jeremy Lin hitting the 3. Shot from 12. It's deflected. And here's Mudiay. He's coming off a 13-point game against Oklahoma City.
Yeah, but he was also a force on the defensive side. 2 block shots and also altered a ton of shots.
And you know, with Mudiay, you can't ignore what he does on the court. He has amazing size at the point guard spot, excellent vision, and is a natural playmaker for his squad. They're in the position they're in right now thanks in no small part to the show that he's putting on in this period.
Here's Mudiay after D'Angelo Russell's bucket, and Mudiay throws it down.
And that's some inspiration. Steals, blocks, and a big dunk. Those are ways that you can really change the momentum in a game.
Well, they got to chip away, Clark, at that deficit, and no doubt that'll help.
And that's what he's out there for, guys. I mean, he is an electrifying player, no doubt.
Screen by Fareed to the right side. Here's Barton, and he drops in the layup off the glass. Barton's got his second basket.
4 of their last 5 makes came off of a high-quality shot inside.
Textbook. Really, when you look at how they're playing, they are having their way down low.
That's good.
You know, there's no better sign of how efficiently a team is operating than their assist numbers. And theirs are fantastic.
Just beautiful when they play the game like this.
Screen by Fareed. Mudiay kicks to Fareed. Out left to the wing. Here's Gallinari. And good on the basket. Book it.
You know, of the last 6 baskets, 5 have come on the interior. This is major smash mouth basketball, guys.
It's all about imposing your will offensively, getting exactly the kind of looks their coach drew up.
The D with very little pressure on their perimeter shooters. 3 of the last 5 baskets they've allowed have been of the 3-point variety.
And you need the defense to stop the bleeding.
There's Lin with the 3. And again, it's the Lakers from deep.
And really, that's what built the early lead here. Killer shooting from beyond.
And the defense needs to recognize that and get to the shooters. It's impeccable.
All right, Staples Center, look who's coming on the court.
And welcome back. It's been all one-sided so far through the first quarter as our second quarter gets underway. And for the Lakers, this has been the game they wanted to have.
You know, it's been about how solid they've been offensively here, really tuned in with one another.
Good ball movement, and it's paid off on the scoreboard.
And now let's check out the lineups courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Here's the second quarter of play. Taking a look at the Lakers. They've got Bryant. Brandon Bass is out there with World Peace. Then there's Lewis Williams. And it's Clarkson in at the 1 spot. Offensive rebound, and he gets it to go. Bass has got the opening field goal of the second quarter for the Lakers. Now here's Moutier. He's covered by Clarkson, and that one's good.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Yeah, and that's 4 straight field goals now, Greg, they've allowed from point-blank range. Can't happen.
Kobe dishes to Bass. Laverne grabs the miss. The Nuggets trail by 19. Moutier with the ball. And it's off the back rim, no good.
You know, the Nuggets could create their offense, but they still would have trouble knocking down the shots. Just didn't have a lot of dead-eye laser shooters. Every field goal attempt with them was an adventure.
Rebound by Kobe.
The bucket just not well protected, but still he doesn't convert too often. That's been the story with him.
It's stolen by Harris. Pass to Moutier. From deep. That ball is good for another field goal. His 6th. He is 6 for 9 on the stat sheet.
Well, he certainly isn't the one to blame for them being in the hole. He's been on the money with his game.
A big part of the problem for the Lakers last year was consistency. Clark, with all their injuries, they had to shuffle the lineup, it seemed, every game.
Well, you know what happened with all that shuffling was they got to see a lot of different players and evaluate them for the future. I think it helped in regards to what they're going to do this offseason.
And now, here's the 2K leaderboard with the teams that last season scored the most second-chance points in the NBA. 4th, the Nuggets. The Lakers in 5th.
And this is a battle today between two teams that really dominated the offensive glass a year ago. And they also convert when they get those second-chance opportunities.
Out of bounds. Denver takes possession.
And for the Lakers, obviously the big get for them was landing the number 2 overall pick in the draft. Getting a quality big to add to a roster with Kobe is huge. It made them a player, again, I believe, in free agency.
Out to Harris from outside the arc. Another 3 for Denver.
You know, maybe he's not one of the elite sharpshooters, but even still, that's not a shot the D can afford to give.
Bass with the screen. Clarkson kicks to world peace. Outside, Kobe. Bass with a screen for Kobe. Shot clock at 6. That is good. And the Lakers lead by 15.
And that's just showing off right there, guys. I mean, he is too good with that crossover.
Here's Laverne. That one wide left.
Well, they've only got a slight edge in rebounding when you look at the numbers, but it certainly feels a lot bigger than it is.
Yeah, the score has a lot to do with that. Their overall effort and execution has been elite.
And a look here at how the Lakers ranked in the NBA last season. 5th in fewest turnovers per game. 5th in second chance points. They were in the top half of the league in team rebounding as well. I think that speaks to the fact that this team aggressively goes after the basketball at every position.
Yeah, and the stat I look to, though, is the low turnovers. They did such a great job of limiting their mistakes, really maximizing their opportunities offensively.
Shooting 2. Shooting 2.
First free throw is good. Denver with a tough year last season. A lot of losses for them on the road as They would go, what, Clark, only 11-30 away from the Mile High City.
Yeah, and Kevin, they ended the season on a 5-game road losing streak as well. I mean, they had mostly given up at that point as they had tried to develop young players, and they just kind of blew up on them down the stretch.
A big problem for the Nuggets last year is that they just couldn't hit shots away from home. I mean, they finished in the bottom 5 in terms of field goal percentage on the road.
Lakers leading by 17, pushing it up. Here's Williams. Beautiful dish, and the layup goes down. Williams has got his first 2 points.
Excellent work there in transition.
Yeah, I think it's always better to go early in transition, to attack when it's there, because oftentimes you can beat the defense down the floor.
Here's Harris. Cranes it from beyond the arc. Harris has got 6 points in the quarter.
Hey, I've got one more note on the Nuggets and the road. I mean, when you shoot as poorly as they did, as you mentioned, you start to lose some confidence and second-guess things. It's a lot harder to fight through shooting slumps like that in somebody else's building, no doubt.
Back to Williams. Fires for 3. Rebound by Nurkic.
Well, I think that was clearly a force. He was a little anxious. Too much in a hurry right there.
Here's Laverne. He's guarded by Williams. And it's Laverne missing. Lakers leading by 16. Williams passes to Huertas. Back to Williams. Bass, a screen on Chandler. Williams dishes to Bryant. A fadeaway. Again, Los Angeles.
And sometimes you just can't get around your defender there. You got to hit him with that high top fade. Looking now at some numbers for Bryant. Last year, getting it done. He put up about 22 points a game, 5 assists, and 5 rebounds. And he's putting in the effort, and you can see him getting better with time.
Well, there's so many little things you have to learn to grow as a player. I mean, he's just going through that process right now.
Catching up on the changes for Los Angeles. Robert Sacre, he's checked in for Bass. Nance comes in for Meta World Peace. Nick Young's checked in for Bryant. And it's Jeremy Lin in for Williams. Barton kicks to Harris. Gets the three-pointer to fall. Harris has got 9 points now in the quarter.
That's a dozen straight points coming off the triple.
Yeah, Greg, you know, they're having free reign from beyond the arc. The defense is just not there.
Nance. The shot is off. And Denver the other way now. And this is the first season matchup for them against the Lakers team.
And they won the season series against this club last year, but, you know, then again, so did a lot of other teams.
Hey, Greg, we got to be honest here, which is really the only way I roll. Neither of these teams are world beaters. I mean, but you've got to start somewhere. A win tonight would be a step in the right direction.
The shot's good from Fareed.
I like the recognition of the mismatch there, immediately making the defense pay.
Here's Huertas. He's been patient so far, nothing yet on the scoreboard. Here's Nance. Got it for his 4th field goal of the game on just 5 shots. There's 42 seconds left to play in the first half. They set the screen. Young against Gallinari. And it's Denver scoring again.
Perfect screen there. Set him up with a terrific look.
Yeah, I like the fact that the setup was good, the screen was solid, but you also have to look at the fact the defender didn't do his job as well as he could have.
Left side, Lin. Just 5 to shoot. Fires it up. Got it off in time, but it's no good. And so we conclude the first half. Lakers lead by 13. Live from the Staples Center, you're watching 2K Sports.
35.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Your safety is our number one concern. In the event of emergency evacuation of Staples Center Defense necessary, please walk.
And hello again. We have amped up home crowd joining us for our halftime report. Ernie Johnson with the illustrious Kenny the Jet Smith and Shaquille O'Neal. The Lakers did not hesitate to set the pace. Their mission to dominate early was accomplished with a spirited 14-4 run to start. From their first bucket of the game to the end of the first quarter, they held on to that lead with an iron fist, never once giving it up. The second quarter was bump and grind, but they still ultimately looked in control of the game and ended the half with a solid 13-point advantage. And taking a look at the Lakers, Shaq, what'd you think?
Well, Ernie, Kenny, the offense was running really well. And their shooting percentage was outstanding, and it wasn't just luck. It's because the offense never allowed the opposing defenders to get comfortable.
And over to Kenny. What did you think about Denver?
They need to look into areas where they can gain an advantage. Rebounding is largely a hustle stat. Right now, they're getting out-rebounded. They need to commit to changing that. Those extra opportunities afforded by better rebounding are key for them to win tonight.
Just about time for the third quarter to get underway, and we'll see you again at the Horn.
And as we welcome you back, we begin our second half. So far, not a tightly contested game, guys, but, anything can happen. It's been a clinic out there with D'Angelo Russell.
And in terms of points in that first half, he's now at a point where we expect him to perform that way.
And, Greg, that tells you all you need to know about what a talent he is. I mean, I'll bet he adds a lot more to his totals after the break.
The Nuggets trail by 13. Second half underway. Here's who Mike Malone's got on the floor. Gallinari sits outside at 3 with Fareed at the 4. Boudier out there with Will Barton. Lynn's shot is off. Denver's gone along perfectly from three-point range tonight. They've gone 5 for 5. Three-pointer. Here's Fareed. And the shot counts. He's fouled, and it's a chance for a three-point play.
And the rebound and the follow show you what he is all about. Gritty and determined with a soft touch to match.
Kenneth Fareed was named to the NBA All-Rookie First Team 4 years ago. Took the league by storm with his energy and hustle. Looked like the sky was the limit for him, but every year since then, his numbers have looked very similar.
Getting back to Fareed, the numbers through last season tell a very interesting story. His field goal percentage has gone down every year, while his free throw percentage has gone up every year.
Yeah, his rebounds, assists, steals, block numbers have all stayed relatively flat. He's making a positive contribution, but maybe not at the level of that contract extension he signed back in 2014. And guys, the Lakers last season were just a completely different team after Kobe's injury. Not so much in results, but just in how they played on the floor. They actually fared better without Kobe than most thought they would.
And he's good on the second. And for the Lakers without Kobe last season, it was really a stark difference in styles of play and quality. No single person, Clark, stepped in to carry their offense. It took a group effort.
Well, it was almost April, Kevin, before somebody surpassed Kobe in field goal attempts on the team. It'll be interesting to see how they build the offense this year.
Just 2 to shoot. They get it again. Misses in close.
Yeah, the offense scuffling a bit to start this second half. Only 1 for the first 5.
Sacre passes to Nance. Feeds to Young. Lynn against Gallinari. It's tipped. Barton dishes to Moutier. Third quarter here, over a minute and a half into it. Scooped up. And Fareed throws it down.
And that's a huge play. I mean, they need more like it because second chance points are going to be key in this game.
Probably so. That's usually a crucial element to any comeback.
Yeah, and if you look at it, had they been converting those second chances all along instead of waiting until now, who knows?
All right, students, look who's coming to the court. Come on and get loud. Your Laker girls.
While we have a chance, how about the numbers for Kenneth Fareed? He had a strong showing last season. 15th in field goal percentage. And he was among the top 20 rebounders in the league. Never shy about throwing his weight around in the paint.
And as you said, one of the more efficient scorers in the league last year. He showed great shot selection and more often than not sent it home.
Looking at who's out there now for the Lakers. Bryant comes in for Nick Young. And Lewis Williams subbed in for Jeremy Lin. Terrell Arthur, he's checked in for Denver. Chandler comes in for Gallinari. And foul called as he misses. He'll go to the line and shoot 2.
That's his second personal foul.
The Nuggets shooting their second and third free throws tonight.
Will Barton. 2 shots.
All right, now, take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
No good on the free throw. Los Angeles making a switch here. Pass is checked in.